Hi students, how are you doing? Okay, you just open your textbook, lesson number 3, page number 10. I am going to take next lesson. Okay, this is third lesson, India's internal challenges. So in this chapter, we are going to learn about some internal challenges that India faces. We shall see some internal challenges like separatist movement, issue of Northeast India, Naxalism, communalism and regionalism. So in this chapter we are going to learn some problems that faced by India. So first one is separatist movement. Separatist movement means some people are demanding separate country and they are fighting for that. That is separatist movement. In last lesson we saw that Khalistan movement and Ulfa, this all. And issue of Northeast India. We know that Northeast India consists of 8 states like Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim and Tripura. These are the 8 states. So some issues are there in this place. The tribal people are there. They are demanding separate country. Okay. Then Naxalism, we all know about the Naxalism. And communalism. Communalism means division of the society on the basis of religion. Communalism, Hindu, Muslim, like this problems. Then regionalism. Regionalism means in India there are 29 states. Everybody feeling pride of their region. So we can say that the excessive pride about one region, that is known as regionalism. We are pride of being a Maharashtrian, like that everybody. So these all are the internal challenges. So we are going to learn one by one. First, the unrest in Punjab. Unrest means the troubles in Punjab. In last lesson we already saw this. Agalidal was the major political party in Punjab. In 1973, the Agalidal passed the Anandpur Sahib resolution. So Anandpur Sahib is a place name. So this Agalidal is the major political party in Punjab. You might heard about this Shiromani Agalidal party. It is a political party. So they passed a resolution. So the following demands were made in this resolution. So some demands they made. The first demand was Chandigarh should be made part of Punjab. Actually Chandigarh is the capital of Punjab and Haryana. It's a union territory. But this Punjabis, they are demanding that Chandigarh should be made part of Punjab. Then second demand is that the Punjabi speaking parts of other states should be included in the state of Punjab. So Chandigarh should be their capital, their part, and the people, those who are speaking Punjabi in other state, means that particular part also should added with the state of Punjab. It should include in the state of Punjab. And the next demand, third demand was that recruitment of people from Punjab in the Indian army should be increased. Okay, Indian army में ज़्यादा Punjabi people को recruitment करना. That was the next demand. Then the fourth demand, more autonomy should be given to the state of Punjab. Autonomy means decision making power. Unko dena hai decision making power. Okay. So these were their demands. 4 demands were there. Chandigarh should be made part of Punjab. The Punjabi speaking parts of other states should be included in the state of Punjab. Recruitment of people from Punjab in the Indian army should be increased. And fourth one, more autonomy should be given to the state of Punjab. Agalidal came to power in Punjab in 1977. So in 1973 they made this resolution, and in 1977 this Agalidal came to power. While taking charge, they asked for a large share of river water for Punjab. Then two more demands they added. They were asking large share of river water for Punjab. There are 5 rivers are there in Punjab. Then next demand was the holy city status for Amritsar. Amritsar, the golden temple is there, so the government of India should give the status of holy city to Amritsar, etc., along with their old demand. Now total 6 demands were there. In 1980, the movement for independent Khalistan took root in Punjab. During that period, the leader of Agalidal was Sant Harcharan Singh Longowal. So, Sant Harcharan Singh Longowal was the leader of the Agalidal party. Okay, he used to direct his activists from the Golden Temple to stage protest. So he directed his followers for the stage protest. Same time, on the other side of the Golden Temple, armed followers started gathering around the staunch Khalistan supporter Sant Jana Singh Bhindranwala. So there were two leaders. Sant, one is that Sant Harcharan Singh Longowal. He was the leader of Agalidal, and another leader was there. His name is Sant Jana Singh Bhindranwala. So he was a militant leader. So some people, the armed followers, started gathering around him. During that period, terrorist activities had begun. This time terrorist activities also started there. Bhindranwala was arrested in 1981 because accused of the murder of newspaper editor Lala Jagat Narayanan. That time Lala Jagat Narayanan was murdered by somebody. So Bhindranwala was arrested in this case. After this incident, the situation worsened. Due to this development, President's rule was imposed in Punjab in 1983. Because of all these problems, many problems were there. So because of this, President rule also imposed in Punjab. Bhindranwala went to stay at a religious place called Akal Takht. So he hid there in religious place Akal Takht, and Bhindranwala's followers captured the Golden Temple and built a barricade of sandbag over there. So Bhindranwala's followers, they captured the Golden Temple. The areas look like a fort, just like a fort it was. And this greatly disturbed the peace in Punjab. It was a major challenge to Indian democracy because of all these problems. And the Bhindranwala's followers captured the Golden Temple, and terrorists, they started their activities there. Many problems were there. So, and the terrorists also hide in this Golden Temple. It was a major challenge to Indian democracy. It's enough for today. And then tomorrow we will be studying Operation Blue Star and issues concerning Northeast India. Okay, you have to read the lesson.